This video is brought to you by FX Factory, so make sure to go check them out in the link down below. Hey, what's up guys, MunroSonic here, and this is probably one of the most interesting products I've gotten to review. These speakers you see behind me are called the EG 100s, and they were designed, built, and assembled by this company called MunroSonic right in the UK, so that's pretty awesome. When you walk into a room with any kind of setup, these speakers are going to be the first thing that stands out to you, especially if you cop them in red like I did. The design is my favorite aspect of these speakers. They're made of a hard shell plastic, which may not seem like a very premium choice for a pair of $2,000 speakers, but I like it. It comes in 3 colors, white, black, and the red you see here. I personally recommend getting the red if you're having a hard time picking a color. I think it adds some real spice to my setup. And speaking of your setup, if you have a very small desk or station, be aware that these speakers are not nearly as small as some of the videos or pictures you may have seen online make these out to be. They're about 19 inches in height and 9 inches in width. And the egg nests that come in the box with these speakers give them about 2 more inches of height. So if you have a large desk or need something to fill them up, well, look no further. Well, if you have a pretty small desk, time to hit up IKEA. In the box, you'll also find the amp, which is also designed by MunroSonic and specifically made to work with the EG 100s. It has a smooth volume ring as well as an LED lit power button right on the middle. On the side of the amp, it has an LF and HF trims, which is what you use to tweak the bass and treble. So HF meaning high frequencies and LF meaning low frequencies. And with most speakers, you can't actually do this, but you can actually tweak these frequencies in real time while audio is playing, which is pretty awesome. Since these speakers are passive, they have speak-on cables to connect to the amp, and the amp has 2 balanced XLR inputs to connect to a preamp. And just a fun fact, the headphone amplifier in the amp alone is worth about $400, so MunroSonic isn't messing around when they're telling you that they're making really high-end gear. So on to the most important part of this review, and that's the sound quality. There's a 100mm woofer on the bottom for your low and mid frequencies, and a 1-inch tweeter on top for your high frequencies. And the speakers have a frequency response of about 40 Hz to 22 kHz. With everything on my audio interface on max, I could only crank these speakers up to about 80% before the little red indicator went off, and it blinks whenever the speakers are at risk of overloading. So when it comes to the sound quality, honestly for $2,000, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not saying that the sound quality is bad, but I'm honestly not seeing the magic. The overall clarity and bass response was pretty good, but throughout most of my testing, the low frequencies were pretty non-existent. Here's a couple of audio tests. So I know these aren't specifically meant for listening to music, they're studio monitors, but for $2,000, you should honestly expect a better music experience than the one I got. So who are these speakers for then? Well, that's easy. They're for professionals. They're not for the average consumer or even tech YouTubers. They're for people who need one of the best audio monitoring experiences out there, which they're plenty capable of delivering on. And they're also for people who have the gear to push these things to their max potential, which I currently don't. So the MunroSonic EG 100s are some pretty awesome speakers. They look great, and they're really good eye candy for any desk setup, but for $2,000, the audio quality does not live up to the hype. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later. But before I go, I have a pretty important announcement. I'm now going to be making videos on the XDA TV channel, so I'll make sure to leave that channel down in the description down below. So that doesn't necessarily mean that there are going to be less videos here, it just means that there are going to be more videos with my face somewhere else. So like I said, I'll make sure to leave that channel down below, and I'll be talking about ROM reviews, software, maybe some hardware related stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to doing some videos over there, and I guess that just means more videos for you guys, but I guess on a different place. So that's basically it for this announcement, and I'll talk to you guys later. This video was brought to you by FX Factory. FX Factory designs high-quality plugins for Final Cut, Motion, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. They have plugins for almost every aspect of post-production you can think of. Transitions, color correction, 3D effects, and titles. So I'll make sure to leave a link down below in the description to their site. So I've been using FX Factory Pro for about a year now, and it's pretty legit. So make sure to check them out in the description below, and I'll talk to you guys later.